So it's called The Strangest Parrot in the World, and it's almost extinct. And there used to be millions of them, but unfortunately not anymore. They were caught and used for food and for feathers, and that's why they're almost non-existent anymore. And if you ever get a chance to visit New Zealand, this book might convince you to go to New Zealand if you don't already want to, because these birds are just really great, and you would really learn a lot of facts about it from these discoverers and researchers who actually went to visit New Zealand to do this trek to see these birds and help save them, and some of the birds give birth, which is really interesting. And you would just like really like this book, because no matter what age you are, if you like birds or if you don't, this could convince you to love birds anymore. And it's like the emotional journey of one of the birds helping it give birth, and the researchers like have the chance of a lifetime to go and research them and help them, and it's really interesting and convinced me to, like, if I ever got the chance to do that, I would. And New Zealand is just like a really beautiful place, and you not only learn more about the birds, but you learn more about the culture of New Zealand and what New Zealand's like, and you get to know the researchers a little and halfway through the book, which is really great. And they're really great people, and what they did is just really awesome. And you would find this book interesting because you get to know more about the individual birds. One of them is Spirocode, and they talk about what it's like being around this bird and talk about his personality, and he's just like really cute and interesting. And you get set apart from the other birds because like he's just really, he's the one that like stands out. So the explorers, researchers, they not only get to know these bright colored birds, but they actually get to examine, to study them and try to find out why they were extinct, try to help them from extinction. And I just really think that you would like this book because these birds are just really bright and pretty creatures. And even if you don't like birds, I hope I can convince you from this video to want to help save them if you can. And you don't even have to live in New Zealand or near New Zealand to do it. And fortunately, there's like, you can donate to help save. But there's documented pictures of one of the birds giving birth, and that's really great. And so it hatches, and you get to see pictures of that, and it's really emotional, and it's just really great. Short read. And there's tips on the end how to save the cockapoo. So the Cockapoo Recovery Program, P.O. Box 361, Wellington, New Zealand. And you donate a check or cash, and you don't even have to either to help these people out to really make a difference in the lives of these birds. And so whatever you could do would really help make a difference. And the second book is Stephen Jenkins' Creature Features. And it's nonfiction and mainly for children, elementary, middle school. Also high schoolers can enjoy it, and I do enjoy it. Did enjoy it as a college student. And all the animals described in this are just really great illustrations. And one of them, for example, one of the animals is a type of monkey, and it describes that's why its nose is colorful. And true facts are answered about that. And the mandrill is really colorful, especially the nose, and there's reasons why. And it's answered, and you didn't know that about these kinds of monkeys, then you will from this book. And like each of the features described in animals are like different. Like some is like why it looks the way it do, like why its eyes are the way its are, its ears, or why it's colored the way it is, or why it does certain things or actions or movements. And another one is a red band parrot, and describes why it wears a funny hat, and it answers that because they're frightened. They want them to look large and intimidating. There's also bats, which are one of my favorite animals ever. And there's another one of my favorites, frogs. And talking about its mouth. Its mouth is so big, and if you want to find out, get the book. You can find it in the library. There's not only land animals, there's like a lot of small animals in the ocean, like pufferfish, and a type of elephant called the Emperor's End. I never knew about them before, but it has tusks, and that's why the animal is so dangerous. And ask if it fights with its tusks, which is really interesting. And some of the stuff I already knew, but most of it I didn't about these animals. There's like stuff like more other animals, like a mole, animals you might not really know much about. And there's also a seal, and talking about its whiskers. And it's just really cute and great illustrations. So another one of my favorites, a panda, and those are, it's asking about its eyes. There's also giraffes and squirrels, the red squirrel, and this one's really funny and talks about its ears. And there's just like a lot of great animal facts, and each one's just like different features to pay attention to for like each animal. You can learn like a lot of stuff, and there's like a timeline of what the animals eat, each one that was mentioned in the book. So like maybe if you're seeing these animals, you would know what to feed them as opposed to what not to feed them. And I really recommend it because it's an easy to read book with interesting facts, and if you love animals, you should read it. And my third one is Patricia Fur, Feather, and Flippers. It's an older nonfiction animals book, but it would be interesting if you don't know about animals in different like climates and stuff. There's like about animals' homes, Antarctica, grasslands of Africa, New England, in the forest, the desert of the Southwest, the tundra of the far north. And so you can find out stuff about its habitat that's like a good part of the book, and where the animals live and why. And then it goes into talking about the different places that they live. Okay, so the first up is Antarctica, and we know that's mainly animals in the water. Okay, so what kind of animals do we know that are in really super cold climates? And this includes the South Pole, New Zealand. Let's see, Antarctica, and a bunch of places in Antarctica are mentioned in a map. And so the animals are like, there's a video of like different animals in there. Of course, penguins are mentioned, everyone loves these kind of birds, and that's where they live in the Arctic. And it's just like really great. Like, you see the animals in this video, like you get a full like experience of like what the book is talking about. Videos like this would help enhance your understanding. And there's like jellyfish and like really visions, like, but there's good actual real photographs in the book too. Like there's seals, which are really cute. And it describes the animals and stuff they like to do in their habitat and stuff you might not really normally know about them in the book. And it's just really informative and stuff that you might like know on the Discovery Channel, but reading about it, which makes it really interesting. And there's also like whales and stuff. It's just really cool. In fact, I didn't know before, so if you love Discovery Channel and history and animals and stuff, you would like that part of this book. And next up we have the African savanna. And elephants, of course, and it describes stuff about elephants and facts about them and not know different animals like that. And giraffes. And mainly it focuses, this part is one of my favorites in the book because it focuses on wildcats and what they do. And there's types like, of course, like lions and leopards and all those, any wildcats you can think of, and you know more about them instead of just thinking that they're dangerous. Actually just says to be facts about them and why they're really brilliant and loving and beautiful creatures in this book. And it's made in East Africa in this part of the book for the African desert, and it's just really great. And zebras, of course, love zebras. They're mentioned in this part too. And these videos help me better enhance my understanding of what I was reading in the book about these different climates and animals. And the next one is America, and it's New Zealand. Okay. And this video is taken in New Hampshire, and more wildcats that live in this kind of habitat. And for instance, one of them is wildcat. Bobcat, and what they do and hunting techniques and all that is in the book. And these animals, other animals in New England, like deers, and it talks about other animals as well, in addition to bobcats and deers, such as black bears and frogs and turtles, and it's really interesting. And New England is probably one we could all easily visit in America, and it's just really great how it's described, these animals in it. And there's the desert in Southwest, and just two of the many animals from the Southwest part, hawks and woodpeckers. And this is an actual video taken in the Southwest. And obviously there's cactuses in the Southwest. And of course there's hawks and the woodpeckers and the animals working along with each other, and there's cougars and owls.